This is Miss M, and today's topic, adding fractions. The key to adding fractions is you need a lowest common denominator, or short, an LCD. How do you find the LCD? First, you find all the factors in each denominator. Then, you take the highest number of each of them. You multiply them together, and that's your LCD. If you need more specific help on LCD, please check out our LCD video on the channel. Here's an example. I want 5 over 120 and 10 over 72. The denominator in the first number is 120. So I'm going to break up 120. Notice it ends in 0, so I'm going to pull out a 10. 10 breaks up into 2 and 5. 12 that's left over breaks up into 6 and 2. 6 breaks up into 2 and 3. And notice I have 3 2's, so 2 to the third power, 1 5, and 1 3. Now we're going to work with the 10 72. The denominator in the second number, we're going to break 72 up. That's 8 and 9. 8 is 2 and 4. 9 is 3 and 3. 4 breaks up into 2 and 2. So I have 3 2's and 2 3's. So our LCD is going to have 3 2's, 1 5, and 3 2's. So our LCD is going to be 360. I have an LCD. Now what? So your LCD is 360. Your first fraction had 2 to the third power, 5, and 3 in it. But you need the LCD. You need it to have another 3 being multiplied in there. So if you multiply the denominator by 3, you also have to multiply the numerator by 3. The key when dealing with fractions is whatever you do to the denominator, you have to do to the numerator. So that means that I now have 5 times 3 in my numerator. For our second fraction, we had 3 2's and 2 3's, but we were missing the 5. So now we have to multiply in a 5. So we're going to multiply the denominator by 5 and the numerator by 5. Then we add the fractions together. So we're going to add them together. And in order to add them together, we're just going to add the numerators, the top 2 numbers. And the top number is 15 plus 50. So 15 plus 50 is going to give me 65 over our LCD. And if I can reduce it, I need to. So notice I broke up 65, it ended in 5. So I pulled out a 5. 5 times 13. Notice the numerator and the denominator have a 5 in it. So I can get rid of the 5's and I'm left with 13 over 72. So now I've added the 2 fractions together for an answer of 13 over 72. How do I add fractions? Well, you find a common denominator. Then you multiply each numerator and denominator to make the denominator the LCD. Then you add the numerators together. The denominator is the LCD. Check to make sure you can't reduce the fraction. If you can, you need to reduce the fraction. If you can't, then that's your answer. Okay. Common mistakes when adding denominators. Common mistakes when adding. A lot of students will add the denominators together also. There's no need to add the denominators, you only need to add the numerator. When you're adding, we find the LCD, and we use the LCD as our denominator, not the two denominators added together. Here's an example. I want to add 1/16 and 11/32. I need to find an LCD. So I'm looking at 16. Well, 16 I know is 4 times 4, or 4 squared. 32 I know is 4 times 8. Well, 8 is 4 times 2. So I really have 4 times 4, or 4 squared, times 2. Notice that my denominator in the first fraction is only missing a 2. So we're going to multiply that first fraction, that first denominator and numerator, by 2. So our LCD here is 32. When I multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2, I get 2 and 30 seconds. And when I add those together, I have 2 plus 11 over 32 equals 13 30-seconds. I can't reduce that. 13 is a prime number. I can't break that up. And we already know that 32 is not made out of 13. If you have any further questions or have an idea for a future video, please leave a comment below. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check out the channel for other math videos. Bye!